see coaching evolving in the future?
Another great question. How's coaching going to evolve in the future? When I hear that question, or when I get asked that question, or I go to a conference and people go, oh, the future of coaching, I have to admit that something inside me shrivels up and dies, because I've heard so many sort of out there responses about, like AI coaching, or I don't know, and I just go, oh my word, we can't even manage the one-to-one relationship very well. How do I see the future of coaching developing? Well, I think that, if we first of all, what do we mean by coaching? That's the first kind of question to answer. Because if we're talking about, professional sort of executive or leadership coaching, that's in one box. If we're talking about, coaching as an industry, that's something else. Or if we're talking about, coaching within organizations. So if we think about coaching as a performance developmental kind of methodology, then I see that coaching developing much more theoretically on an integrated process, integrated kind of framework. When we think about, I remember reading, John Whitmore, God bless him, his book years and years ago, Max Landsberg's book years and years ago, and it was a very step-by-step, identify the issue, get the goal, and a very strong humanistic and solution-focused approach. And that's really my preferred kind of framework as well. What I think that people do now and will continue to do is they'll tend to have one particular kind of strong frame of reference. Mine is quite goal-orientated, solution-focused cognitive behavioural, but I will draw on adult developmental theory, systems theory, a whole range of other kind of theoretical perspectives. So I think the future of coaching is about the coaches themselves being able to take from different areas and integrate that into a way that really helps them become more effective change agents for the client, rather than rigidly holding on to a specific set of principles and beliefs that might be associated with one dominant coaching philosophy. And that's about as much us as a group of professionals maturing and developing, as it is about the development of coaching. Actually, when we think about what's the future of coaching, what we really mean, I think, or one way of talking about it, is what's the future of us?
Yes. Very nice.
It's what's the future of us as individuals and as collectives, because there isn't really coaching. Coaching isn't something that we can go and discover out in the road. Coaching is us.
That's it.
So I see that as that maturation. Coaching within organisations, I think, continues to grow and develop. Less emphasis on the formal sit down, but much more about the quality conversations. I think more and more organisations are interested in teaching employees self-coaching skills, and I see that as being a new kind of wave that's emerging. Partly because they're, it's almost a cliche, the rate of change and the pace of change, but there's also disillusionment. I think with corporate life here, particularly with the wake of scandals and the amount of hypocrisy that has been, and dishonesty, and a whole range of other world political kind of factors of uncertainty, people themselves need to become more resilient within organisations. People feel disempowered, they feel stressed, they don't have control. So in one way, the future of coaching is, as the old saying is, we give it away, In fact, in many ways, we keep it by giving it away.
Yes, indeed.
By empowering other people who may not be professional coaches with that ability to be more self-resilient, to kind of have a better understanding about their internal kind of psychological mechanics, i.e. by helping people coach themselves, we kind of help spread better quality communication within organisations, both. And so I see it really as being, I guess, in that way.
Yeah, there's a number of themes there, and perhaps the legacy is the development of an inner coach.
The inner coach, absolutely, the inner coach. And the outer coach as well, because I could do a little bit of a facelift, a little bit more hair perhaps.
That's great. Look, thanks so much.
My pleasure.
Good on you.
It's been nice to see you. Thank you.